Good to speak with the both of you again. We got Raising Kanan season 4 that just debuted last week, and both your characters, I must say, y'all are running things now. Before we have Rock running things and Unique, but you guys are now running it. So how y'all feel coming into this season?
We feel great. I mean, we've been running stuff. Okay, you guys just didn't know it. So no, I think it's great. I think it's wonderful to see different aspects of Southside Jamaica. You kind of see how everything because right now you pretty much you've seen Rock and you've seen Kanan, but now you're seeing other players in the game, kind of like Clue. You know, there's a big ensemble. And I think that that's really interesting how it's all kind of closing in. And it's really some exciting stuff coming up in season 4.
You also see why we lasted so long, right? You play the long game. You make sure you know who's loyal and who's not, and you protect yourself. And now you see why we're OGs, right? That's the thing that's given us the longevity. You know, make quiet money, and longevity will be your reward.
Awesome. You know, since you two are together in real life, how often do y'all bounce off ideas with each other and also with the writers when it comes to story development?
I don't know. I sweat him constantly. So constantly, but I don't know. As much as needed, we try to each have our artistic journey. But if ever I need advice or if I want to run something, you know, he's always there as a colleague, supportively, and as a partner. You know,
we always talk about the work. You know, there's just like when you're working on a scene. You know, you remind each other of where the moment changes, why it changes. You know what your intent is, what you're trying to do, and then decide what your action is going to be. Right, and you know, all those variables that make up a good scene and make up good acting work is what you focus on. You know, whether you know, no matter what your relationship is, the relationship with your work as actors is the most important, and it's the thing that defines the journey. It's great that we have a personal relationship because that always makes it very comfortable. It makes it trustworthy. It makes you feel as though you can try things without being judged. And so that's helpful. But ultimately, the things that make good acting and good scenes are constant, no matter whether your relationship. And so you focus on that.
Given that the show also takes place in the 90s, and I also grew up in that time period, I used to live in Richmond Hill, Queens, and now I'm up north. How often do y'all get in the mode of, hey, this is the 90s, we're in a war zone here, we're trying to not only protect ourselves, but also be loyal with each other? So how often do y'all get into that mindset prior to getting into character?
Well, I remember the days of, you know, I remember coming to New York. I came to New York in the 80s. And I remember, you know, distinctly, you know, what it was like then. So the time period is very informative to me. That helps. That informs me. But what's at stake is always, no matter when, where, or whatever, that is the classic defining variable. What's at stake, and how at risk are you, and what's at stake? What are you willing to do to get what you need, what your intention is, and all? So that's the thing that helps you get into the role more than anything. Realizing what's at stake and remembering the world at that time. That's something that's a part of human nature, and we will see in all periods of life. We're seeing that now. You know, we're seeing it. We saw it back in, you know, Elizabethan times, anything, you know. So it's human nature to really have a desire for something and willing to risk anything to get it.
For me, the clothes help a lot too. We have a wonderful wardrobe team led by Sagay White. Once I put on Pop's wardrobe, it really helps to transform me as well. Back to the 90s. I watch a lot of tape from that era. I actually went out to Southside, so just trying to immerse yourself as much as possible in that period. That was my period. I loved it. So it's very easy, and it really helps with all of the different elements, like the clothes and the makeup and the music, and the locations. It all really helps bring it all in. It's a character also with the show.
Final one for the both of you. We see y'all interact with Kanan and also Rock. We're going to see y'all interact with more characters y'all haven't interacted with yet for this for this current season, especially for the episodes that's upcoming.
All we can say is yes. We can't say who.
Yeah, we can't confirm nor deny, but we will be with a lot of different. You will see us. We leave the table. You'll see us out.
Yes.
On the street. Yeah. So yeah.
That's all we can say right now.
Good try.
It's all good, man. Thank the both of y'all for speaking with me today. Had a pleasure, and I know y'all are very busy today too.
Oh,
Thank you, Julia.